it's Keylanda, and I'm here to do this breast cancer awareness look for you guys. I'm gonna take you along as I do a full face to bring awareness to breast cancer. So if you wanna see how I achieve this look, then you know what to do. Keep on watching. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just going to just wipe my face, and this is going to be kind of a talk through, but these came from Big Lots. They are some collagen and vitamin E cleansing tissues. I'm just going to cleanse my face because let me tell y'all, these children will have your nerves bad, and you'll get to touching your face and pushing back your wig and just all kind of stuff. So I'm gonna just clean my face really quickly, and then I like to keep the wipe near and handy so I can use it to wipe off my hands if I need to. I ain't going nowhere. Y'all know I like Cetaphil, so that's what I use, Cetaphil or CeraVe. Go in with one of them or your moisturizer of choice. And then I like to go in with this particular primer from Hard Candy. It's the Pore Defense Primer Serum. And for the longest, I was using it without the pump, but it has a little pump. I was untwisting the cap like, what's wrong with my bottle? But it does have a pump. Just took me a while to notice. And I'm just going to rub that in. And I like to slap it right there by those pores. And just press it into my skin. And then I take the Black Opal and Visible Oil Blocking Powder and a little old tiny brush like this and get some of that powder and put it on the areas that usually end up oily. Okay, I'm gonna take this Milani eyeshadow primer and just put that right on my eyelids and kind of gingerly brush it through my brows, okay? And gently brush my brows with this little brush comb for your eyebrow thingy. Then I'm going to use this Wet n Wild angle brush. It's a little tiny angle brush, y'all. And my e.l.f. Lock On Liner and Brow Cream in Espresso. It's the dark brown. And it's getting a little dry, but I think that's just a part of the game, you know, when you get a cream product. They can dry out, but we just gonna work with it. And I'm just going, filling in my brows underneath first, because that's what I like to do, right? And then I take that brush them down, and then fill in that top line. And I feel like that helps me because I do have hairs in the front portion of my brows, and it can sometimes look a little too thick in that area if I don't brush the hairs down first. So now I'm just kind of dragging the rest of that product through my brows to fill it in, okay? I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so y'all can see a little better. Okay, I don't claim to be perfect with eyebrows at all, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing. And my husband wanna text me and whatnot. And then what you do to one brow, one must do to the other. And I kind of take that angle tip and just go up, up, up at the beginning to give it a little color there. And then you want to take that brush and let it help you to blend that product on through it. Okay? So that's all I do. Don't have to be all kind of complicated rulers and all that to do no eyebrows, okay? Unless that's how you want to do it. My little concealer brush, we can just use the tip of this. So I'm just gonna squeeze some out and then use the cap to flatten the concealer out to the tip of the brush or whatever, and just go with it. Okay, you can also hold your eyes, hold your eye if you need to get up under there. Okay, and I'm just kind of sculpting it out and then blending it down. And I'm working backwards into the front. Then I like to take it on the edge here at the upper portion and just sculpt out that tail. So that gives you a really defined tail. Just make sure you blend it out when it comes time for foundation, okay? This little synthetic brush. Husband ordered these brushes from Amazon. And I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit, so we don't have so much blending to do later on. Okay. All right. Okay, that looks okay. The eyebrows. All right, now we're gonna go in with NYX's white base. I like to usually scoop some out using the end of the brush like that. And then use that same brush you blended out the concealer. No sense in making extra dirty brushes. And make sure you blend this out really well. And I want the base all over the lid because I'm gonna be doing white and pink. And so all of those will need some help to stand out and pop on my skin tone as a brown girl, okay? All right, so next I'm going to take my brush, my eyeshadow brush, and just run it through that wipe. One, to kind of get some extra product off of it, because I don't clean my brushes like I should, not my personal brushes anyway, between looks. So I'm getting some of that extra product off, and also I am moistening it a little bit so that whatever eyeshadow I pick up really will stand out. Okay. So I'm going into this Eye Divine palette from my dear friend Yolanda. I used this in a previous video, but I'm going into that first white color right here. Okay, so I'm gonna take that white onto my brush, and hopefully it doesn't get too brown from that other eyeshadow. And I'm gonna be patting that onto the inner portion of the eye, okay? So about the first half, you wanna keep patting that color onto that area, okay? We want that to be stark white. And I think what I may have to do, this is how you correct mistakes, is build up that base a little bit more on the inner portion, because I want this white to look white, because the white is gonna be for the survivors. Okay, so I'm just gonna build that up a little bit more because I want it to be white, 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 white. Okay, let's try it now. And this white just may not be as pigmented because I did a black and white look before, but I had a different palette at the time. Yeah, this white is not that white. But I was gonna try to use my finger to see if that would help, but it's not gonna help because it's not that white. Okay, let's try a smaller brush and see how that helps. That's how you troubleshoot, girl, when you're having trouble. So I just kind of crushed it up a little bit. I know y'all can't see that, but I kind of crushed it up a little bit with the brush. And I'm gonna pat it on now. Now it's popping. We're gonna move into the BH Cosmetics Special Occasion palette. It has eyeshadows and blushes in here. So I'm gonna be using the blushes area, and one of these didn't fill out, you know, so we're just gonna cover that up. But I'm gonna use this color here, and I think this one here. So we're gonna try it out. Like I said, it's my first time using this, y'all. Okay. Oh, that one has sparkle in it. I want it to be matte. So I tell you what, we'll use this one and this one in this Special Occasions palette. So I'm gonna go into the lighter color first, and I'm gonna start to blend over that white, because overlapping is another way to blend. Blushes in here. So I'm gonna be using the blushes area, and one of these didn't fill out, you know, so we're just gonna cover that up. But I'm gonna use this color here, and I think this one here. So we're gonna try it out. Like I said, it's my first time using this, y'all. Okay. Oh, that one has sparkle in it. I want it to be matte. So I tell you what, we'll use this one and this one in this Special Occasions palette. So I'm gonna go into the lighter color first, and I'm gonna start to blend over that white, because overlapping is another way to blend. Flip that brush over and go into the darker pink right there for the outer V. See that? And just pat that color on and overlap it with the lighter pink. Okay, see that? What I'm gonna do is to take this color right here and blend in my crease and see what happens, girl. Okay. So I'm just blending out with that. So it's like a medium pink. It's not quite the pink that we use in the middle. It's not quite the pink that we used on the ends. So we want to have all the pink. We want to represent. Okay. Now that I got that going, I'm going to go back and pat some more of that medium pink, that's what we're going to call it. No, light pink. Here, right? Some more of that light pink here. And I definitely want to go back in with the smaller brush in that white to pack that in the inner third of the eye. So back into that sleek palette here. So we want it to look like they just melt into each other, girl. Yes, honey. Melt, child. Okay, so you just keep building your colors, and you can also just kind of swivel back and forth your hand between those colors to help them blend too. Okay. I kind of want to go into this brown color right there because it looks like it's gonna be pretty, and it is, to just blend out, especially this outer portion right here. Okay. And I usually don't use pink on the eyes, but even though it's one of the colors that I really love, but I just think this is the perfect cause to just pull out all the pink, honey. Okay. I'm going to take my handy dandy pinky finger and I'm going to use this shimmery color right here. See if y'all can see it right there in the middle. Take it on my pinky finger and highlight just underneath the arch of the brow. Only right there. Okay. It has got kind of a pink tone to it. Then I'm going to use that blending brush from my crease and just blend it out so that it's not too harsh. Okay. I think I want a little bit more. Because we don't want it harsh, but we want it to show up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Alright. I think that's cute. Okay, so we already did our primer and our powder to help our foundation last. I want to try this foundation today, the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Liquid Foundation. This is in the shade Chestnut, SMF 15 Chestnut. I think that'll work for me. We don't try it. I'm gonna just put a little bit, and if I need to add more, I add more. So usually what I do is put it on my hand so I can warm it up a little bit, and then I use my middle finger. I ain't gonna point it to y'all, and just kind of dab it on my face, right? And then use my oval brush, and you can moisten them if you want. They're still pretty soft, and then blend it out that way. So I just put a little bit because I wasn't sure how it would match for me, but it looks like it's a decent match. I'm just concerned about the coverage, so we gotta add some more and see if this daggone coverage gonna get a little better than that. So I put a big dollop of it and gonna see. It says full coverage. We about to see, boo boo. NYX, y'all better come with it because I love y'all too much for y'all to be playing with my emotions. Okay. So here's where we really need the coverage. Around the mouth area. Brown girls. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That hyperpigmentation area is very common. And we're just going to get some color all around here. See how we like this foundation now. Okay, then I use my brush to get the extra foundation off my hand and blend it, because guess what, we're not wasting no products around here, shawty. Okay, all right, so let's get that off my finger and out of my nails and see what happens. See what happens, girl. Okay, and even though I'm an oily girl, this may be hard to believe, but I don't too much be digging the matte foundations. Like I tried that Maybelline Fit Me matte and poreless. I got like 3 different shades of that stuff, and none of it was just screaming like, this is for you, girl. You work, boo. Like none of them. None of them. Look at me getting foundation in my eyebrows. That's why I do my tinted brow gel last, because I always get foundation and powder in my brows somehow. This is how you fix it. Alright. Okay. Come through next. One time. So now we got that going. I don't too much worry about so close up under the eye so detail because we do that with our concealer. Going in with that same fawn and just splash it on, honey. Squeeze the tube and let the concealer get in those bristles and lay it on, child. This tube is almost done. This tube has been through so much with me, y'all. She was with me through the flood and everything. So these are the places I like to highlight. Do what you want to do. Okay? Y'all know I highlight under there when I want to be beat. Right? I'm going to take a Real Technique sponge and moisten it with some good old warm water. You can use a Mr. spray. If you a Fix Plus girl, use your Fix Plus. If you an e.l.f. Mist Set girl like me, use your e.l.f. Mist Set. So your sponge is good and soft. Okay, girl. And just dab and pat and pat. Keep on blending. And that's when you get right there in that eye area. Okay. I'll try to at least get to most of the areas to blend. Now this lighting is having this look extra yellow, way more yellow than in person. So take that into account. There is no place in my mama's house to do makeup with natural lighting, really. So I just do it in the bathroom and deal with it looking a little extra yellow in here. And Beatface Honey did this on her most recent YouTube video. And I was like, girl, I was doing that too and I didn't even know why. But y'all know how I like to set my under eye concealer 2 times. With something loose first and then with something that's kind of almondy or yellowy or orangey second. And she said you do that because the only thing that could set it is translucent, and then you can add your color powder to, you know, do what you want to do and change the color a little bit of the highlighted areas. I'm like, look at me, and I ain't even been to Nan Behind the Beat class yet. I would love to go. Okay, so I do that and let that set my concealer areas. The e.l.f. Blush and bronzer in Turks and Caicos. Okay, and I am going to use this angled little buffing brush or whatever it's called. Again, it's one of those Amazon brushes from BS Mall. It says face angled on it. And go into that bronzing color because I no longer technically have a contour color. Bronzer is not contour, but I bronze to chisel out my face, even though it's already kind of looking chiseled right there, you know. So I'm just going in a line, and then I kind of meet that line like a triangle shape, and then buff it up, buff it up, buff it up like that into my hairline. Okay. Blending brush and go into it very lightly and just sweep that into the eye area and down. Okay, if you just wanted to add a little extra structure to the nose area, but I feel like my little nose, it just can't take too much. I already highlighted down the middle. That's all I could give. Okay. All right, if you want to use this blush as a highlighter, you could, but set it for a second time. You can't set it and forget it, you got to go again. So I'm going into this Soft Focus powder by Black Radiance in the shade Golden Almond Finish. Okay, that's what I'm going into there with. Now some people don't like to set concealer with a pressed powder. I don't care. Set whatever you want to set with whatever you want to set it with. Okay, I will go to the Champagne Pop, and it looks like this. Bam! I hate when powder gets in my nose. All right, and I'm gonna just take it on the side of that brush like so, and blend it on the highest points of my cheek. Okay. And right now it's gonna look really ashy because everything ain't blended. Okay. And then I like to take my middle finger and tap, tap, tap. Get that highlight on there real good, because that's what the people do now. You have to glow, honey. And then I use that ring finger on my nose, tip of my nose, and go right here on the bridge as well. So I place it with the middle finger and blend with the ring finger. And then I also like to put it here because I think that's sexy, and blend it out. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna go in with our all over face powder, and I use the Milk Chocolate finish Soft Focus powder, and you can see I use it. Okay. And I am going to just blend my face, get all this extra powder out of the way. Okay, so I had to take a quick pause for the cause, and that cause is to vote. Early voting started today. So make sure you do that. And now back to the cause. Okay. Basically I haven't I stopped when I was doing my powder, but my face powder, I haven't touched the foundation since y'all last saw it. So it's still in place. My nose is not too shiny. So thumbs up. Stay matte but not flat. Let's get back to the face. So I need to do my blush. I'm going to use this brush here. It says Face Round. My child is here, so that's what you hear in the background. All that noise she makes. It's just one, but she just makes enough for plenty. And I'm going to go into the blushes and actually use the blush, but I'm going to use that dark pink color and see how I like it. I just like to dot it on my face first and then blend it. And I'm not a huge blush person, but I wanted a little bit of pink everywhere since it's for the cause. Okay. And a little bit more products. Ooh, you like it, baby? No, you can't have it though, okay? I would like to revisit my highlighter since I've done my all over face powder now, so I'm just gonna dot a little bit more of that on the highest points of my cheeks. And I like using my middle finger there more than a brush, just to make sure the product really shows its true pigment. Okay. Alright, girl. Got that done. Now we're going to add lashes. I'm gonna go to 105s. We're gonna try these. Okay, we're gonna go with that, y'all. We're gonna go with that. All right, so we got the blush and whatnot. Now, if you were going somewhere, of course, you can change. You can spray your setting spray. I like the Scandinavia makeup finishing spray. Oh, you want to brush my hair? Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the lips. I got this pink lip liner. It's the shade Deep Pink from Nicka K. So I'm gonna use it. And I already have on some EOS lip balm. It is in the shade Addis Ababa. SMLC07 is on the top. And this is the soft matte lip cream. Now I'm going to take my translucent powder to set it. And then reapply one more time. And I was trying to think of a way to incorporate a ribbon, and I thought about like doing the eye, and then I saw somebody do that, and then I thought about what about on the lip. So you can stop right here if you want to do it this way, or if you want to add in a little flare. We're gonna try to do one across the lips. So y'all pray for me. Okay, that is not doing a thing, honey. Plan B. I'm gonna take this white base, and I'm gonna go in with an angled brush and try it that way. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna grab a little bit on the back of my hand and see if I can do it like that and make it show up. All right, so I think I got it how I want it. Okay. The last thing to do is just to, I do want to do something on the bottom lash line. So I'm going to take the base that's left on my hand and just brush it along here. Okay. That's the only thing about beauty supply store lashes. I love the variety they offer, but this is what I do when a lash lifts. I take that little wand, that's why I like this adhesive, and I just go in there and line it where it came loose. Give it a few seconds to dry and then stick that bad boy right back down. Alright, so now that I have that base here, my baby is grabbing my arm. You want to show mommy? Okay, baby. Mommy almost through Bookable. Okay. So now we're gonna go with this tiny brush and go back into the light pink and dark pink, and I'm gonna put them, so this pink here and this pink, and blend it on the bottom. Okay. And because we went in with that powder, we probably need a little bit more mascara on the bottom. Now I'm going in with my brown mascara from NYX. And that helps too when you get powder in your brows. To just give them back some life, girl. So I'm going to take a few pictures with this lip, and then I'll take a few pictures of a lip without a ribbon so you guys can see it. And that's it. This is my finished look of my breast cancer awareness makeup look. I hope you get a chance to try this out before October is done. I know I'm so late with this, but it's always an opportunity to go ahead and spread awareness about terrible thing that happens to so many people that we know in the form of cancer. My family, my friends, our acquaintances, church members, different people in our lives have been affected. Most specifically, my great aunt, we call her Aunt Toots. She passed away some years ago after battling back and forth with that daggone cancer. She gave it her best, and now she's up in heaven with the Lord, rooting me on for doing this makeup look. I'm sure she is. One of my mom's friends, Miss Kim. Hi, Miss Kimmy. Miss Kim gave breast cancer some big dukes, and she is doing very well. Also, Nia's babysitter, Miss Gwen. Hi, Miss Gwen. Miss Gwen is giving breast cancer the best duke she can give it, and still fighting, and always in such good spirits. Anyone else that you know, or anyone else that I know that I may have not mentioned in this particular video, we love you. Keep fighting, keep giving it your best, and this is to bring awareness to breast cancer, and hopefully and prayerfully one day there will be treatments that won't cause you to lose all your hair and won't make you sick, and one day we can just get rid of it altogether. But until then, early detection is the best thing, which means that we all need to do our self-breast exams. Me, I need to work on that. And we also, once we get to be 40 years old, we all need to go ahead and have those mammograms done. That's right, that's right. So that we can make sure that we are here and around for our little ones, right? And also just prayerful that one day Nia would have to ask what breast cancer is, because people won't have to suffer with you know, battling it and all the tough treatments and everything like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.